Welcome to Barbells and Button Mashing. I hope you survived Thanksgiving because we did.
We definitely did. It was an amazing Thanksgiving, and today we are going to talk to you guys about what you need to be drinking for the most part to either maintain a healthy body weight or lose weight, of course.
Of course, because that's what people want to know how to do, is lose the weight.
Yes. Some people want to know how to gain weight.
Some people.
But either way, I think just in general, though, feeling the best that you can possibly feel, optimizing your health through what you are consuming. Because I think a lot of people don't realize how much, what we're drinking is actually affecting us and the results that we're trying to achieve. So at the end of the video, Devin is going to give his favorite tip on how to start to substitute unhealthy beverages for more healthy beverages.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it's a doozy. It's a real doozy.
And I think it goes without saying that number one, what you should be consuming the most is your water.
It's not milk? Wow.
No, it's not milk. But I think it's funny because we talk about it, I feel like it's brought up every single time about how important drinking water is.
But it's that important.
But it is that important. And if you were to go work with any nutritionists, the first thing, if you weren't focusing on water, that is the first thing I would hope any person would really recommend that you work on, because it changes everything. So let's talk about all the other beverages and how they're affecting you and what we can do to start to work on that.
So we're going to talk about them in the different categories of beverages, right? Because there's so many different types, right? I mean, there's water, there's dairy products, there's coffee,
like caffeine
tea,
products,
there's soda, there's energy drinks,
carbonated,
there's juice. There's so many different categories, right?
Yes.
So we're going to talk by category, what you should be drinking more of, and what you should be cutting back on.
Yes. And can I give a step? An action step? I think the very first action step before working on something like this is asking yourself the question, where are you personally at right now? So are you drinking 10 cans of Diet Coke or Coke a day? Where are you personally at? And then how can you start to work on, substituting one can for one glass of water and so on and so forth from there.
So any single little baby step you make in the right direction, even if it's only in a single category that we talk about today, is going to help.
Yep. So what's our first category?
So first, of course, we're going to talk about water, right?
Yes.
There's not any of a type of drink less water because of this circumstance statement to be said. But what the goal should be, and any step towards this is great progress, is that a majority of your beverages drank during the day should be water. Right. So if you're drinking 150 ounces of whatever a day, your goal should be drink at least 75 ounces of that to be just water.
Yeah.
Right?
And the thing is the trick is that when you drink all of your water, it's less likely that you're going to be drinking other things because you're going to be, your thirst is going to be quenched. So, I mean, that's the whole trick. Easier said than done.
Quenches your thirst like water.
Yeah. So we're going to start with...
We'll start with talking about coffee and tea.
Okay.
So, if you're going to drink coffee and tea, plain, unsweetened, black coffee or unsweetened tea.
Yes.
As much as you want. You can drink them.
Yeah.
Those do not hurt you, actually. They are actually beneficial to your health.
Yes.
When they're plain.
Yes. Except, with the caffeine.
Well, other than your caffeine. But unless you're drinking plain espresso.
Yeah.
And you're drinking 18 cups a day, you obviously know your limit for caffeine.
Right. So, when we're talking about coffee and the caffeine, that is a stimulant. And if you're drinking it throughout the day, it is going to keep you awake at night, causing sleep issues, which is a completely different topic in a different video that we'll talk about. But with the caffeine, with the coffee, if you're not doing decaf, make sure that you're cutting that off before 2 p.m. But Aileen, I'm so thirsty and tired by 3. It's probably because you're dehydrated.
That's the truth. It's exactly it. If you're tired at 3, you'd be surprised how much just drinking an entire bottle of water around 3 o'clock helps me when I also get the midday lull.
Right.
You just drink a bottle of water and you instantly feel better. You feel rejuvenated and you're good.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, making sure that it's unsweetened, you're doing good. Boom.
Now, let's say what we should be drinking less of. So, we're going to explain some coffee and tea products, and this might be what you drink every single day.
Yes. A white chocolate mocha from Starbucks. There you go.
Those are delicious.
We know it.
Yeah.
We know they're delicious.
We still drink them. We just drink them every once in a while.
Yes.
Probably even less than that.
Yes.
Because it's a treat. It's not your go-to morning beverage, right?
Yes, exactly.
It's like the dessert of breakfast almost.
It is not the everyday.
And nobody should eat dessert every single meal and every single day.
Right. Yes, and it's like eating dessert. Oh my gosh, the amount of sugar that is in there.
Same with like sweet tea.
Yeah.
Right?
The amount of sugar in there, you guys.
In sweet tea? Yeah.
Holy cannoli.
So I guess we could talk. If you drink sweet tea every day right now with lunch,
yeah,
I wouldn't say that's an unusual thing for a lot of people.
Right.
If your normal go-to lunch beverage is sweet tea.
Mm-hmm. Well, sweet tea or like any beverage. I mean, I feel like we're gonna jump into other categories, but like.
So if you drink sweet tea every day with lunch, maybe one step you could take is on Tuesdays, you pass on the sweet tea. You drink water instead. Mm-hmm. Or you drink water with like some sweetener, not sweetener. Drink water with, those bottles.
Like
you know what I'm talking about?
Like a Mio?
Yeah, like Mio. I couldn't think of the name. Mm-hmm. That makes it taste flavored.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of. Flavored water, not sweetened water.
Yes.
Flavored water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess that's all we're going to talk about for coffee and tea.
Yes.
I think
I feel like it goes without saying, just like, don't drink a whole bunch of sweetened coffee and tea throughout your day. Mm-hmm. And there's different, if you like having cream in your coffee in the morning, there's different kinds that you can get that are like coconut milk based or almond milk based. And you're like, it's not the same. Well, that's right. It's not the same because it doesn't have all that stuff in it, but you'll get acclimated to it and it will be okay. So with coffee and putting sweetener and stuff like that into those things, that kind of brings us into our next one is just sweetened beverages in general. Especially if you are consuming those a lot in your day, it is going to cause problems with your weight loss journey if that is what you were trying to do.
So what we're talking about particularly is like store-bought fruit juice or fruit drinks, right? Even store-bought vegetable juice.
Yes.
And artificially sweetened like water, like vitamin water, right?
Yep.
Those are
Are you counting pop?
No, I think pop's like carbonated.
Okay.
Caffeine.
Okay.
So like that kind of stuff. Like we could even throw like Gatorade in there.
Yeah.
Right? So sweetened beverages like that.
So in terms of sweetened fruit juices especially, just 1 glass of orange juice, just like your regular orange juice, is 23 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar to just start. Like a lot of people I know, they have it to start their day. It's going to cause issues and it's going to add up. So again, it's not to say that you can't ever drink it, or we don't suggest ever drinking it, but if you're trying to make moves in your health journey, maybe substitute it out for, water, or doing like Mio in your, in your water, something like that. So also, when it comes to fruit juice and just like orange juice in general, I feel like we don't just drink 1 glass. Do we? You know what I mean? Like, I know when I used to drink it, I would have 1 glass and you were like, oh my gosh, that was amazing. And then you have 2 and 3. And that just puts you in this like spiral. So just be conscious of it and aware of it and move forward with that. And really easy ways to substitute, again, is adding, fruit to your water. What is it called? Diffusing or infusing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So infuse your water with fruit. And that's a great way to, enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the next thing we will talk about is carbonated beverages, right? So that is bubbly.
People don't know what bubbly is.
Okay.
I just drink bubbly. LaCroix.
LaCroix.
What are the fancy ones? There's so many fancy.
Perrier.
There's so many fancy ones. I drink bubbly every single night. Like, it is my treat. I think it tastes so good, and I think it tastes just like a Sprite. The lime ones. So go get yourself that. What else is carbonated? You have that lower end spectrum, which I don't know if there's anything with like carbonation that bothers the system, but in terms of going for weight loss, it is a green light. And then you start to get down the line of getting even to the next extreme of pop, right? Monster drinks, that kind of stuff.
Monster drinks.
I sound like an old person. Monster. You gotta stop drinking those monster drinks.
Stop on monster beverages. So, again, just like I was talking about for the sweet tea, there's lots of people that drink pop every day with lunch. Not going to yell at you. Just give you the steps to start being healthier and feeling better, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So, maybe on Thursdays, instead of drinking your soda, you drink a water with lunch. Or even
just like
bubbly.
Yes, I'm telling you, especially if you like that Sprite. So I think a lot of people that like the carbonated drinks, they like that burning sensation. Things like bubbly and LaCroix, they do that, especially if it's like real cold. It's the best. The lime ones are the best.
So I know people are hearing us say replace like LaCroix or bubbly for your soda, and you're going to be like, that's gross. It tastes like dirty water. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
It wouldn't sell the way it sells if it tasted like dirty water.
Yeah, that's very true. It's just going to take some time because you're so
Give it a
used
week.
to... Yeah, you're so used to the artificial sweeteners. You're so used to like what is in it.
Hyper palatable drinks.
Yes, you have to give it a chance. You have to get a fighting chance. But I will say like that, the bubbly, the LaCroix, that kind of stuff, if it's really cold and really yummy, I think it's great. And everybody that's on it thinks it's great.
And if you're really on it, like it's if it's really the flavors that just taste like feet to you, that's fine.
I just told you that these like feet. I've never thought of this as dirty water.
There's just, plain sparkling water, unflavored sparkling water. Just water that has bubbles in it to get your carbonation fixed.
Blah. Oh, you know what you could do? In that carbonation, you can add lime to it. And a shot of vodka. But mostly lime. This is a joke. Lime. And then it'll taste extra citrusy and juicy and yummy. Speaking of vodka, speaking of alcohol, let's talk about it. Let's have a chat. Don't shut off the video. Don't get aggressive with me because that's how you know we have a problem. No, but seriously, you shouldn't, like, if you enjoy drinking, if you enjoy the occasional drink, go for it. Enjoy yourself, knock yourself out. But it is definitely one of those things where it's shocking the amount of like sugar and calories are in it. So let's talk about what a good recommendation would be. For women, they say that doing like 6 to 7 a week is moderate. I still think that's
what they say.
That's
So they say 6 to 7 drinks a week.
Says up to 7. Up to 7. And men is up to 14. They say women is 7 and men is up to 14 for moderate. That's a lot.
Give me this. Here's how to play it safe. Drink alcohol moderately. What does that mean? Moderately. What does drinking moderately mean? I don't know. That's crazy.
I don't even think
What's
this person
moderate?
that wrote this knows.
For women, having up to 7 drinks per week. And for men, up to 14 drinks per week. I'm going to break that down. That's a drink a day for a woman and 2 drinks a day for a man.
I mean, people have...
But don't go over 3 drinks a day as a woman or 4 drinks a day as a man.
I mean, if you think about it...
That's a lot still.
I know. People have a glass of wine for dinner. Like, you do that, you know? You have a beer with dinner. I mean, and it's just like one of those things. Like, if you're going to do that, just know, like, there's going to be, and I hate using, like, the word consequences, but there's going, like, you're going to feel, like, foggy and laggy and a little bleh. And usually 1, it leads to 2. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it takes some self-discipline to just have a glass of wine. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Because I don't really drink a lot throughout the week. Just occasional. What do you guys do? Tell us in the comments.
This is not becoming AA. I'm sorry, guys. There's groups for that. We're going to come up with our own recommendation because that seems a bit excessive.
Yes, I would say, like, as just like a nutrition and health coach, going for the occasional like weekend drink, because typically we have a drink to like chill and relax. I would start to think of some different ways to chill and relax. Go back to our video from last week, the stress video. Look at that and read and listen to it, because we give you some good ideas rather than drinking, right? The trick of all of this is to really just focus on one area at a time. If you're drinking a lot of sugary beverages, if you're drinking a lot of things that maybe are causing your weight loss process to not go super smooth, start to work on that, right? So start to substitute it with other things like we gave you.
You know, the best way that this is going to work is to have somebody, an accountability partner, right?
Yes.
And if you don't have anybody to be an accountability partner, that's what we're here for, literally.
It is, for sure.
So if you liked the video, if you're going to use one of our tips to start cutting back on the hyper-calorie dense beverages, give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button.
And comment your favorite tip.
And, of course, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments. We'll gladly answer any questions. Or, of course, you could schedule a call with either of us. Because this is what we do.
Yes.
Nutrition coaching, health coaching,
accountability coaching,
accountability partners.
We do all of those
All
things.
of the above.
Yeah.
Check it out on our website, barbellsandbuttmagic.com. And we'll see you guys next week, Thursday nights.